101 today, we're talking to AAREA about jumbo mortgages, no payment mortgages, as well as everything else that they have to offer. Joining me from AAREA is Laura Adamer, the Director of Business Development. Hi, Laura.
Hi there. Thanks for having me.
So tell me everything. Tell me everything about AAREA for people who maybe haven't done business with you before.
Absolutely. So we've been lending since 2012. We're located in BC and Ontario. So we do a variety of different types of loans. So primarily you'll see us doing first mortgages, second mortgages, sometimes third mortgages. And we're quite competitive with rates and fees. And definitely I think what really sets us apart is our ability to be flexible. So we can really do different types of packages and products for the client depending on what's going to work for them.
Perfect. So would you say that you're mainly residential or residential and commercial?
We are just residential, just to clarify.
Okay, that's perfect. And then in terms of the areas, urban residential, major urban, rural, what sort of things do you do?
So we primarily focus on residential and urban areas. So we handle files that are in the Lower Mainland, also on Vancouver Island. We do start getting into some of the smaller areas, but of course that means usually slightly lower loan to values. When it comes to Ontario, we're primarily in the GTA.
Perfect. So if you're talking about BC and Ontario, I know one of the things that is your sweet spot is the jumbo loans. So maybe tell us the kind of loan size that you can accommodate.
Absolutely. So that's where we can really differentiate ourselves. When it comes to jumbo size loans, we can do anything from 1 million up to, I'd say about 5 million is our sweet spot. And that can range in term sizes from 6 months to a full year to 18 months. And again, whether it's open or closed, we can really work on something that's going to make sense.
So tell me about one of the other things that I've read about you is that you offer no payment terms. So maybe you can tell me a little bit about that as well.
Absolutely. And I think it really depends on what the borrower is going through. So in those situations, we have a variety of different options. If we're going to do a no payment mortgage, what we would do is to increase the loan to value so that we have an interest reserve. And in those situations, we can ensure that there are payments held back essentially for the entire duration of the mortgage. So whether it's 6 months, whether it's full year, but we also have the option of, maybe there's going to be cash flow in 3 months. So we're just going to avoid having payments for the first 3 months. Or maybe they have a target payment and we don't want to completely take out all of the payments. And that can also be done. So we can change it from being a $4,000 payment down to $1,000 or even $500. So quite a bit of flexibility in terms of how we use our interest reserves.
So tell me about some example loans that you funded recently so brokers can get a better sense for the types of deals that you'll do.
Absolutely. So we recently did one file where we had a first and second mortgage combination. The borrower needed funds up to 80% loan to value in this situation. And we don't typically offer first mortgages up to 80%. So we were able to combine doing a first and a second. So between the two rates, we were able to get down to 9.03% between the two. And this was for a property that was in Burnaby. And we ended up providing a mortgage worth $1,460,000. So it was very competitive. She was also from overseas, so she didn't have any provable income. So it was really a stretch in some ways, I think, for maybe a standard lender. But for us, that's exactly the type of file that we like to see. And then when it comes to another file that we've done, this was a larger loan size that we did. We had an inventory loan that was done on 5 different condos in the Lower Mainland. And this was fully prepaid for 12 months and open for prepayment after 3 months without any penalties. And so each loan was separately registered just to give them flexibility in terms of being able to pay one off sooner than another. The total loan amount was for $5 million, and we were at about 60% loan to value, and we did that at 8%.
So if those are the two best examples of deals that you have done recently, what are the kind of deals that you don't want to see?
Right. So Extreme rural properties, to give you a sense, we don't do any construction loans. We don't like to see ALR, although we can handle ALR if there's a really nice home on the property. We also don't do mobile homes, leased land, and that pretty much covers it. We're happy with anything that's a condo, anything that's detached.
Perfect. So maybe some of our brokers aren't aware. Recently, AAREA joined us on the Newton network on one of our link lender platforms. So you can obviously, whether you're an expert broker or a velocity broker, you can find AAREA on the lender dropdown. So it's very, very easy to pick and submit. Any final comments? Anything else that you'd like to add? Obviously, we'd love to know more about how brokers can get in touch with you.
Absolutely. So we really want to work with you guys and we want to make you successful. Give me a call. Ask for a quote. I'm more than happy to provide you with a range. You can email me. We're available 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So there's really no excuse not to at least find out. I know you guys have a lot of options out there, so I would just challenge you to reach out and we'll see if we can't be competitive. If you do have a target rate, tell us what that is and we'll see if we can't beat that.